for many of us, we live close to Canada, but we haven't been there in a couple of years. For Mat Williamson, he's from Canada and he's been to the United States. How many times have you crossed back and forth over the border since the pandemic hit?
Quite often. We've been back and forth probably twice a week since racing's fired back up in April, and now that I'm fully vaccinated, so it makes it a lot easier, and it just gives you a peace of mind that when you go back home, you don't really need to worry as much as we used to.
Talk to me about the process that you have to go through to make sure that you can go back and forth and keep doing what you need to do as a profession.
It's just about getting the paperwork done to prove that you pay taxes on what you win in the States, and that's all that they want. That's what we needed to do to be able to be eligible for a B1 visa, which is a B1 is essentially a port of entry visa, which turns into exemptions for Canadians, so it doesn't even get stamped on my passport. It's kind of a very tricky situation, but when we started racing for Buzz, I had to reach out to lawyers and accountants to make it so that Buzz could write off what he gives me for racing for him. So that turned into the pandemic and made it eligible for me to cross. So, all of it was kind of snowballed into one and made my life easier in the long run.
So you made a lot of trips last year, but you still won, 15 races on either side. How big was that in the midst of everything that was going on to have as strong of a year as you did last season?
Yeah, last year was tough. We hadn't got vaccinated, and when I went back into Canada, I was getting tested every time I went back, and just for the safety of everybody. It wasn't like the government coming over or going back told me that I needed to get tested to cross. It was just peace of mind stuff. It was a distraction from racing. So this year we're kind of focused, all in, and I can go back home and sleep in my own bed after we race, which is nice. And hopefully we can turn things around, because the way our luck's been this year, it hasn't been very good.
That was going to be my next question. One win so far this year. It was a good one, but how eager are you to get back into victory lane, especially in a place like this?
This would be big tonight. Obviously for Buzz and everybody, it would be good to win tonight. It's tough. Another thing with the pandemic is we're not racing every Saturday night at a home track that we can usually pick up a few wins at. So that kind of takes away from my confidence a little bit. And we're racing at places like Fulton last night where we have to start 19th, and winning from 19th anywhere is tough. So that's one thing we're looking forward to getting back to normal with. And a win tonight would kind of make that a little easier on us.
Last thing, how different is it being back at home and then coming here in terms of protocols and everything? Is it just like, wow, I'm in two different worlds?
It really is. We went for lunch today, the Dinosaur Barbecue in Syracuse, and there was capacity limits and stuff, but we walked in with no masks on because we're vaccinated, and ate lunch and walked out. And meanwhile at home, you can't even go out. It's takeout only. There's rope down aisles in Walmart that prevents you from buying kids' toys or shoes or video games and stuff like that. It's two separate worlds, and it's I'm that we're so far behind at home. Then it really has its effect on citizens, and I'm looking forward to getting it back to normal.
As we all are, as he looks to go just a little bit quicker and get his second win here tonight.